Well, what the heck is going on right now in Antarctica? In fact, this is a question that myself and many of you and many others have been asking for a very long time. The United States government and governments all over the world have been protecting Antarctica like the freaking plague. In fact, there are 72 areas in Antarctica that are guarded by multiple countries. And if you and I were to trespass in any of those 72 areas, we would be arrested or fined or something to the effect of. You could be looking at severe penalties nonetheless. Either way, a lot of conspiracies have risen in the area. One of the ones that come to the top of my head are obviously during Germany, like the Nazi Germany time, there was a so-called battle between the Germans and the UFOs, and they fought each other in Antarctica. The problem is there's no way for us to verify or not verify the story because this is in one of those thou shalt not go areas. And obviously it's very cold. It takes a lot to get to those areas on top of it all, needless to say, but lots of speculation. And here's the deal. I believe in UFOs. You guys know that. I take the stance of Christianity, fallen angels, demons, Nephilim, all of these things. We hear rumors of UFOs, not only in the Bible and Christianity, but we've got the book of Enoch, extra biblical texts and texts outside of that talk about these things. So obviously it piques my interest. But with that, we've got some information that they are now admitting to, I guess, in a way, shape, or form. They've said it before, but really now they're getting down to the nitty gritty on this. Take a look at this. This is on, I think it's iflscience.com. Antarctica has a gravity hole, and now we know how it grew in strength over 30 million years ago. I haven't heard much on any gravity hole. I mean, it sounds kind of sci-fi for me, but the way the scientists make it sound is it's not so sci-fi. But anyway, they're saying it's been growing in strength for 30 million years and all of that. But here's what it says. While a gravity hole in Antarctica has been on scientists' radar for some time, its history has never been fully understood. New research is beginning to change that, and in doing so, suggesting surprising connections between gravity, geology, and the continent's massive ice sheets. Earth may look like a smooth blue marble from space, but it's better to imagine it as slightly gnarled orange with an inside that's firm in parts but squishier in others. Since the planet is not a perfect sphere, and its internal density varies across the globe, gravitational pull changes from place to place. Where there's less mass in the underlying geology, the gravity is weaker, and vice versa. These dips in the gravitational field are formerly known as gravity anomalies, but they're more commonly called gravity holes. Okay, the largest is found in the middle of the Indian Ocean, spanning over 30 million square kilometers, while the strongest, which is intriguing, which means it has more pull to it, is found over in Antarctica. Now, they did a CT, what they're calling a CT scan of the Earth. Obviously, it doesn't work like X-rays, they say, but they took earthquakes and measured the waves of the earthquakes to illuminate the planet to find some information on these holes. But here's kind of what they gathered. You could see the planet twisting, but this is the visualization of the gravity model that was created with the data from NASA's gravity and recovery climate. So that's kind of what they got. But anyway, it's rather interesting, this entire concept. But in the end, the maps show that the Antarctic gravity hole has been there for at least 70 million years, dating back to when dinosaurs ruled the Earth. However, it has not remained constant. The gravity anomaly started to gain strength between 50 to 30 million years ago, a time that loosely lines up with the period when Antarctica became covered in glaciers and entered the deep freeze. So there you have it. So you've got this gravity hole, they're calling it, that lies below Antarctica, and it is the strongest hole. Maybe that has to do with a lot of the anomalies, a lot of the theories that have gone out over the years, but they say it's growing in strength and it's continuing to grow in strength. And maybe this is one of the reasons why governments all across the world are so quiet about it, right? About what is actually going on. Now, I actually did, I want to throw this on the screen because I want you to know that there are protected areas in Antarctica that they are protecting. This is on Wikipedia, and they actually admit it here. Antarctic specifically protected area. An Antarctic specifically protected area, ASPA, is an area in the continent of Antarctica or nearby islands, which is protected by scientists and several different international bodies. The protected areas were established in 1961 by a treaty, right, which governs all the land and water south of 60 latitude and protects against human development. A permit is required for entry into any ASPA site. They are protected by all of these countries, you see, the United States included, right? And there are currently 72 sites. And that's an awful lot of areas, by the way, but they actually have them listed here, the sites that are no-go zones, if you will. Now, there's also this that I want to show you because I find this interesting. In one of those no-go zones, there is a pyramid. Now, there's lots of speculation on this pyramid. You may have researched it or heard of it before, but they claim that this was just made naturally, not by human hands or alien hands for that matter. They claim that this is natural. However, since no solid real study has been done on it, how do they really know? And that's a question that I've had. And this is one of those livescience.com Antarctica pyramid, the strangely symmetrical mountain that sparked a major alien conspiracy. And you could see another picture of that particular pyramid there. But of course, they quickly say, you know, the mountain that's hidden in a sea of snow looks strikingly like an Egyptian pyramid when viewed from above. But no human or alien hands were needed. It's forged through the slow grinding process of erosion. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, but I'm not swallowing that pill so much. Again, I think there's more research that needs to be done. And if it wasn't that much of an issue, why not let us see it and get our hands on it? But anyhow, wanted to show you guys all that information, tell you the latest on what's going on in Antarctica and all of that. And thank you for being here on my second channel. YouTube has actually been sending out some of the notifications on this one as opposed to my other one. But if you really want to be in the know, I got to encourage you, get to restrictedrepublic.com, join thousands of others there on our website. We have inside information, exclusive information just to Restricted Republic. We're sharing there and nowhere else. I want to encourage you to sign up. You can get it right now for $5 per month using the coupon code Lisa and the number 5. We've got inside intel. We can't share them here. We can share them only to that site. They'd be gone right away here otherwise. So get to restrictedrepublic.com and sign up right now. Anyhow, with all of that, I love you all. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.